and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tiger basketball inaugural basketball game of the season. I'm Matt Johnson. Along with me tonight, sitting in, is the mouth of the South, Mark Wilson, coming live basketball. You guys that know him from wrestling. Carries all the wrestling broadcasts with Mike Rawlings. Tonight, sitting in for basketball, Mark should have a great night tonight.
Should be a good one. I'm glad to be here.
Coach Rawlings on assignment tonight. Now, if you will flip over, you can catch him on our sister TTSN channel, TTSN 8, The Ocho. Flip over there and catch him. But
doing what he does.
Tonight we've got the Jefferson City Jays coming down the road. Going to play at Waynesville Tigers, first broadcast of the season. So if you hadn't had a chance to get down here in the gym and watch our boys, an exciting bunch this year. Young bunch, can definitely shoot the three. One of the things that stands out to me is normally you've got some perimeter shooters, 2, maybe 3 guys. Tigers go about 6 deep. Any given point can step out and hit that three-pointer. Really makes it hard for the visiting defense. Jeff City comes in with a record of...
They're 8-4, Matt.
8-4.
Offensively averaging 62 points a contest. Defensively giving up 57. They just spent the weekend down at the Kaminsky Classic Tournament down in Joplin. Had an early win against Webb City, followed by 2 thumpings by St. Louis schools. So they're on a 2-game losing streak.
Well, and looking at their schedule down there playing, you mentioned the St. Louis schools, I saw that they had played Father Tolton. If you had made it down here for the Route 66 shootout, you saw Father Tolton play right here. Looked pretty darn good basketball. So no common opponents. Looking at the stat sheets, everything else, I think we could have a very evenly matched game here tonight. Whoever brought their A game ready to go.
I think it will be too, Matt. I think it'll be a close contest.
As you see the starters there on the floor, Caleb Barnes going to be the big man to jump for the Tigers. Eric Morris, Gunnar Rees, David Adams back here, and Carson Cavalier in the backcourt. And Coach Wilson, I don't wear glasses, but looking at the tiny print here for the Jeff City Jays
right?
in the program I was given, may need to invest in a pair of glasses.
It is small print, man. They got some height to them. Hey, need to mention JV Tigers opened this undercard up with a victory, Matt. Beat Jeff City JV by 3. Very close game.
And unfortunately, the freshman Tigers, I was in the other gym, freshman Tigers fell over there at Jeff City. Jeff City freshman team looked very impressive in that other gym. Jeff City gets the tip here, comes out, moving the ball around on the offensive end. Tigers look to be throwing a little zone at him. Ball goes inside, up and off the glass, no good. Ball is loose, going to be pulled down by Caleb Barnes, and here come the Waynesville Tigers. David Adams pushes it back. Cavalier's going to bring it across half court. Gives inside. Morris turns. Gunnar Rees now with the drive. Kicks out. David Adams going to put up the 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound goes to Jeff City.
Just missed that one. David had a good look there, just couldn't bring it home.
Number 11 on the drive there, that's going to be Charlie Waymeyer. Takes it just a little too far underneath right there. Steps on that out of bounds line. So the turnover goes to the Tigers. Gunnar Rees, definitely one of the deadlier shooters. Looks like Jeff City's going to play that tight man defense here. Guarding against those threes in the early going, and we're going to get a foul there. Believe they're going to get number 23, Ben Foles, and it is. It's going to be his first foul, first team foul for Jeff City. Tigers to inbound. Gets it to Gunnar Rees. Gunnar looks right, back underneath. Oh, Caleb up and off the glass, just rattles out. Rebound comes to Jeff City, and quickly down to the other end they come. Jeff City, and now we're going to have 3 in the lane underneath there. Big man looked camped out.
Another unforced turnover by the Tigers. We'll take that all night long.
Both teams looking to offensively kind of find their footing right now. Cavalier into the corner. Back to Gunnar Rees. Swings it across. Morris back to Rees. Gunnar pulls it out. They are not giving Gunnar any open looks at that three-point shot on the perimeter. David Adams with the drive. Kicks to Cavalier. Cavalier in the corner. Boom, baby.
Drains it.
Tigers take the early 3-0 lead. Jeff City pushing it quickly back down the floor. Tigers staying aggressive in the zone right here. Going to get Caleb Barnes coming across the back right there. Caleb really trying to dive and knock that ball away, but comes across the shoulder, so they're going to get to him for his first. Inbounds play comes. Look inside, not there. Jeff City working around, back out to the outside. Looks in, drop step, turn. Going to go underneath. Big guy rattles it loose. Rebound comes to Waynesville. Cavalier quickly to the other end. Drive, not there. Rebound Jeff City. Long three goes up and good from the outside. That's number 23, Ben Foles. Knots us up at 3 here. Just under 5.5 left to play in first quarter action. Pass going to go out of bounds. Before we get too far along here, Coach Wilson, we want to welcome those tuning in on Channel 12 and the millions and millions of viewers tuning in live via the World Wide Web tonight.
Technology's a wonderful thing. It's Foles again.
Foles off the back of the rim that time. No good. Gunnar Rees comes out with the rebound. Rees across. Morris pulls up. Boom! Morris drains the three. Morris, one of those, I'm not kidding. There's 6, 7 guys on this Waynesville team
can hit it from
step
outside.
Out and hit it from outside. Eric Morris, I mean, you look at him, it looks like your prototypical post player.
Yeah, big man.
You don't expect him to just step out and take it. So we're going to have a foul on the floor.
This on Barnes again?
They are. Man. They're going to get Barnes with his second. Actually, I'm sorry, I thought it was on Barnes. They're going to get Sheen with that foul. Okay, no, we were right. I thought we were right.
Game. Yeah.
Checking into the game for as three ball goes up from the outside, not there. Rebound Adams. Checking into the game right there for Caleb Barnes is going to be number 21, Tajay Stewart. Eric Morris nails it again. Tigers move out to a 9-3 lead. Tajay Stewart, saw him in the Route 66 shootout, step out and hit many a three himself.
Yeah, all 9 points for Tigers so far.
Ball
via
goes
the
up from the outside.
Shot.
That's going to be good. Brennan Jeffries, and there he is. I was going to say, I don't see him. That 5's just real little on my program. Gunnar Rees puts up the 3, and it's in.
That's raining trays early, Matt.
Absolutely. Tigers 4 or 5 from three-point land. Tigers nice little trap right there as they picked up a little full court pressure. Drive inside is going to be blocked and out of bounds off the hands of a Waynesville Tiger, so ball will stay with Jeff City. Jeff City gets the ball in. Looks inside. Not there because David Adams is. David Adams quickly to the other end. Carson Cavalier from way downtown. Coach Anderson, I think, wants to have a little talk about that one.
Well, they're going to have to play a little perimeter defense, Matt, because Tigers are killing it.
Carson Cavalier took that from just outside that Ozark Conference logo
That's way downtown.
That's way downtown, and really, I'm not sure.
Their defense for that?
Well,
You got to start playing defense at half court.
If you got to move out to pick them up at half court to play man, it's really going to open some stuff up underneath.
One would think.
Wow, Tigers 5 of 6 for three-pointers here to open up the game. Tigers leading 15-6, and that's what I told you coming in. You won't believe the three-point shooting this Tiger team has.
You did. That was a good segue to what we're seeing.
I saw the look in your eye. It looked like, yeah, you're exaggerating. Here is my proof.
Let's see if the Tigers can keep it going.
Tigers pick up that full court pressure again.
Yep.
And right there you see, force the travel. That's going to be number 15, Brennan Jeffries, with the quick steps. Jeff City breaks out of the zone. Looks like he can pick up a little man. Tajay Stewart underneath, shot blocked. Back Jeffries quickly to the other end. It's kicked outside. 3-ball goes for Jeff.
Waymeyer.
Gunneries drives down the lane, kicks out to Stewart. Stewart's going to take it in. Nice little underneath move. Tajay Stewart puts the first 2-point bucket on the board for Waynesville tonight. Looks inside, turn up and off the glass, and that's going to fall. Number 31.
That's Jarrett.
Demandy Jarrett.
It's been an interesting matchup
I'm
down
gonna
low.
I'm gonna look at your thing. You're writing them real big. I like that.
I'm trying to. That script on that Jeff City program is just tiny.
Nice little move. Jump stop right there. Carson Cavalier comes in, gets that pump fake. Defender leaves his feet. Carson just waits till he comes down, goes right over the top for the easy bucket there.
That was pretty.
Tigers lead here, just over a minute and a half to play in the first quarter.
That's Jarrett again.
Jarrett up and off the glass there, trims the Tiger lead to just 6 points. Kick to the outside. Gunneries now brings it across, back to Cavalier up top. Cavalier going to drive, looks to give to Morris, but he's going to be fouled. Believe they're going to get Ben Foles for that one. That's 2 on Foles, so he's going to take a seat. Zeke Rogers, number 10, checks into the game for the Waynesville Tigers. Also checking in number 3, Tanner Simpson. As Carson Cavalier again way outside. So we're under a minute to play. Shot goes up off the glass, no good for Jeff City. Rebound, long rebound comes to Simpson, and we're going to get a foul in the front court. Going to get Jeffries for his first. Going to be 4th team foul for Jeff City. As we're under a minute to play here in first quarter action. Tajay Stewart pull out, block. Carson Cavalier takes it away very quickly at the other end though. Tanner Simpson all alone underneath the backboard.
That was pretty, Matt.
Well, and Gunnar Reese did a nice job to look down the floor and see him there all alone. Bounce pass underneath. Tanner just finishes it with a kiss on the glass.
This is the matchup.
That's that turnaround inside. No good there.
Nice
Tajay
rebound, Stewart.
with the board. Tigers gonna under 10 seconds. And they have time for one shot. Ah.
Jeff City's had some success with that Jarrett, number 31, down low, Matt.
Absolutely. Looking at the size mismatch, I think trying to the advantage Jeff City's looking there. So I don't have a height on him, do I? I do not have a height, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Not much time. Long three up off the back of the rim, no good. So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Waynesville leads 24-13 in what was a very action-packed first quarter.
Yes, it was. Rain and three-pointers.
You know what this brings us to?
What's that?
It's our first TTSN Sports Update.
Well, yeah, it is.
Of the entire season. TTSN Sports Update brought to you by TTSN Sports, the Channel 12 Facebook page. Mark, you're going to want to like that Channel 12 Facebook page.
I'm going to do it.
You know who likes that Channel 12 Facebook page?
Mike Rawlings.
Well, he does, but tonight it's Lucas Smith, head wrestling coach.
Oh, there you go, Luke.
We down here today, absolutely fantastic. Whole school comes down
school
at
assembly,
1:30.
yeah.
Whole school assembly to watch Tiger Wrestling take on Nixa. And Tigers absolutely waylaid Nixa down here today.
Just got him.
I'm not sure what the score was. I think it was 356-16. It was a whole lot to 16 as the Tigers just pin after pin after pin today, taking down the Nixa Eagles.
That
Folks,
is fantastic.
if you got nothing better to do this weekend, 3-day weekend, holiday weekend, you're going to want to take a ride up the road this weekend to St. Charles. The Tiger Wrestlers going to be in action up there all weekend long, big tournament up there. They'll be back in town here next week, and we'll give you more details on that as we come back to you Thursday night. But absolutely fantastic wrestling program. Just fantastic across the board today. We're back to action. Tigers have it. David Adams drive inside up off the glass. No good. Going to be rebounded inside by Jeff City.
Well, what we have there, is that on Rogers?
Think we may get Zeke right there.
Zeke just tripped that
going to
kid
be
up.
on Rogers. Checking back into the game for Jeff City is going to be Jeffries. Just third team foul on Waynesville here as we get going in the second quarter.
Got a carry.
Going to have an offensive foul over there away from the ball. I thought we did. I did not see a call.
I think the kid on his move just carried the ball maybe.
Okay. Tigers work it around. Gunnar Rees drives in, kicks back to Stewart. Stewart brings it up top. Stewart's going to step out. Oh, in and out. Rebound comes to Jeff City. We're going to get Jeffries with a carry again.
Yep.
Just turning that ball over in his hand as he breaks down out here in the front court.
Well, Tajay had a good look at that last three-point, Matt. Just rattled out for him.
Tajay over to Rees. Rees kicks back to Stewart. Stewart, Simpson. Simpson fakes the three. Going to kick across to Adams. Back to Stewart. Tigers just worked that ball quick. It kicked outside. David Adams now. Drive, push back out top. Gunnar Rees. Gunner's going to come inside, and we're going to have a foul.
Yeah.
I believe we're going to get number 3. Going to get Nilges with his first. Gunnar Rees is going to get a quick blow, and Eric Morris checking back into the game for the Waynesville Tigers. Shaq Fergeist, number 30, also checking into the game for the Waynesville Tigers. Jarrett gets a big paw on that inbounds pass, knocks it back out, so ball will stay with the Waynesville Tigers. Rogers looks inside. Going to go all the way out top, over the top. Shaq Fergeist going to run that down. Oh, nice little bounce pass. Nice ball movement right here by the Tigers. Simpson back to Fergeist. David Adams drives, kicks over to Morris. Morris in the short corner for 2. That ball's going to be out of bounds off the foot of Morris, so the ball stay with Jeff City. And Carson Cavalier checking back into the game for the Waynesville Tigers. And for Jeff City, looks like Sterling Deshay.
Yeah. Jarrett's going to get a blow for Jeff City. If we got Morris at 6'4", Matt, that 31 Jeff City got to be 6'6", 6'7".
I was going to say, I was judging him off Tajay. Tajay's about my height, 6'4", 6'5", and he had an inch or two on Tajay, so I was going to say he's every bit of 6'7", but a little turnaround in the lane. That's going to fall for Jeffries. So we're just under 5.5 to play here in the first half. David Adams going to drive. Bounce pass underneath to Morris. Morris up and off the glass. No
too
good.
Strong.
Ball rattles loose. Picked up by David Adams. Shaq for Geist for three off the front of the rim. The Tigers rotate back on defense. Jeffries has it up top. Bounce pass underneath, taken away by David Adams. David coming quickly down to the other end. Fergeese going to put it up from outside again, off the front. No good there. Rebound to Jeff City. Three ball goes in for Jeff City. It's going to be Waymeyer.
It's his second three of the ball game.
Going to trim the Tiger lead to 8. Carson Cavalier going inside for the layup's going to be fouled. I think we're going to get number 51, going to get Brooks with that foul. And we are. So that'll put Cavalier at the line to shoot 2. Cavalier up and good with the first. Jarrett checking back in for Jeff City. Tajay Stewart checking back in for Waynesville. Almost looks like we may be playing a little matchup. Stewart for Jarrett, just looking at the height inside.
Yeah, that Jarrett could be a weapon inside.
Cavalier up and good with the second. So pushes the Waynesville Tiger lead back to 10, 28-18, 4:25 left to play in the first half. Jeff City keeps eyeballing inside looking for Jarrett, and the Tigers none doing. So that ball's going to be out of bounds off the Jays, so that ball's going to go to the Tigers, and looks like number 5, Gunnar Rees, checking back into the game for Waynesville. Cavalier to bring it across half court for the Tigers. Morris kicks it back. Cavalier way outside. That one's just a little long. Tips around underneath. Jeff City gets a hand on it. Kicks it down to the other end. A little runner inside. Nope. Kick back outside. 3 ball's going to go up. And we're going to get a foul. They're going to get Aaron Morris.
That's Nilges.
So that's going to put Nilges at the line for 3. Nilges up and good with the first. Nilges just a 64% free throw shooter on the season.
There you go.
Misses the second.
You got him, Matt. You jinxed the poor kid.
Hey, numbers don't lie. 1 for 3.
We'll take that.
Rebound goes to the Tigers. Cavalier brings it across. Tigers spread the floor on offense here a little bit. Gunnar Rees is going to put it up, and the gun is loaded.
That's Gunnar's second three-pointer.
Nilges, a little drive up and off the glass with one hand. Cuts the Tiger lead back to 10. Tajay Stewart putting it up.
Ooh.
Put it on the board. And that's kind of like the Eric Morris matchup. You see a guy Tajay's size going inside, having to come in and match up with Jarrett, step out and drain the three like it's nothing. It's hard to guard a team that every man on the floor can hit the three.
Just hurt your feelings. Oh,
inside
nice
to
little
Morris.
lob pass.
Morris. Oh, Jarrett gets a hand on that one. Jeffries drive inside looking for Jarrett. Jarrett underneath. Up and off the glass, no good. Finally pulled out by Gunnar Rees. Gets it back to David Adams.
Nice job by Gunnar to get that ball rattling around. We don't want Jarrett to have that ball that down deep in the paint like that.
Gunnar Rees moves to the high spot there as it looks like the Tigers move to run their triangle offense, I think is what they call this. Really opens some space and sometimes catch the defense napping or over pursuing to the ball side right there, and you get Eric Morris all alone.
Nice.
They move over, knock him down right after he knocks it down.
It's like Coach Pills drew it up.
So that's going to be the first foul on Waymeyer. Puts Morris at the line for the conventional three-point play, and he finishes it up. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, Tigers up 16.
Well, it don't take long. You can drain them from deep.
They'll
Nice
just won't go to
rebound.
the outside. Tigers bring it down quickly. David Adams goes to Rees. Rees going to put it up and off the glass. One minute to play here in the first half. Nilges looks to Jeffries. Jeffries inside to Jarrett. Jarrett turns around up and off the glass. Nice job right there defensively. Tajay had moved back a step. Only way Tajay stops that is to foul him. Tajay's going to concede it. Back off. Nice job not to pick up the foul right there.
Yep, smart play.
Tigers content to run this clock down and take the last shot. If you're not going to come out and guard it, Tigers will hold on to it. Usually, about 8 seconds the Tigers look to move, and we'll take it and make sure they get that last shot. 8 seconds and we roll. David Adams in the lane, little jumper won't go. Tip back. David Adams. Tip back won't go. And that's not going to count even if it goes. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half here, Mark. Tigers lead 39-23. Folks, you're going to have 10 minutes. Run to that refrigerator, get a little water, get hydrated. Be back here in 10 minutes for second half action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we get ready for second half action. Coach Wilson, I think you got some stats for us on that first half.
I got some unofficial stats. Leading all scorers and the Tigers, Cavalier with 13. Eric Morris added 11. Gunnar Reese with 8. Tajay Stewart with 5. Simpson added the deuce. And leading the Jeff City Jays was that number 31 in the middle, Jarrett with 9.
Yeah,
Tigers are 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and Jeff City's 1 for 3.
Well, and that's something you and I had talked about off air at halftime.
Yeah.
Jarrett right now is the mismatch that Jeff City has as an advantage for them right now, just that he's so much bigger than anybody Waynesville's got.
Right.
Has 9 points, but if they could somehow get the ball inside to him, he could have more points than he does. As you look right there as an example, Tigers close on defense very well when he gets the ball underneath, and as we talked about him up and off the glass, he goes for 2.
Right. You figure that's their greatest asset on offense, and it just, like I said, didn't seem to utilize it very much in the first half, but go right to it to start the second half. Had to see that coming.
Carson Cavalier pushes it out to Rees. Rees reaching in. I think we're going to get Jeffries. Is that correct?
That's Jeffries, yep.
I think we're going to get Jeffries with the foul. That's going to be his second. The Tigers do a nice job of closing on Jarrett underneath and not giving him a whole lot. Caleb Barnes back in there for the Tigers, up and off the glass, no good. Ball's pulled down by Jeff City. Quickly down to the other end they stroll. So you look underneath right there, David Adams kind of
2 bodies on him,
pinch over, really shuts down the opportunities. Jeff City's going to put that one up from outside. That's going to be no good.
Adams gets the ball to the floor quickly to Cavalier.
Carson Cavalier looking inside. Jeff City doing a nice job of pinching in on Caleb Barnes underneath. Caleb gets it that time, kicks it back outside, swing to Gunner, 4-3.
That's Gunner's 3rd three-pointer.
Well, I saw Gunner in the hall today. Had a little talk with him and Zeke Rogers both and made a game prediction. Now, I may have aimed a little high for Gunner. He's going to have to pick it up if he's going to score the 43. I think I said
43.
Well,
I like it.
I wanted to boost the self-esteem. Gunner's such a great kid, hitting
He
threes
is.
all the time. He goes on fire, maybe it could happen.
All right, Barnes picks up, I think his 3rd there, Matt.
That's a quick 3rd foul right there. So Tajay Stewart back into the game for Waynesville. Comes in, he's going to battle Jarrett underneath. Jeff City working around, trying to find the open shot, and that's going to be a travel. Feet moving a little quick.
Yeah. Another unforced turnover by the Tigers. Jeff City can't get out of their own way here a few times on that.
No, and credit the Tigers defense there. I think Tigers just really pushed Jeff City to try and go with speed that Jeff City really can't go under control. Swing into the corner, Eric Morris up for 3, no good. Nice job by Tajay Stewart not to pick up the foul there. Went up right over his back and pulled those hands back.
Smart
Jeffries.
play.
Jeffries hits the 2 right there. Cuts the Waynesville lead to 15. Gunnar Rees. Nice move. Kick back outside for David Adams.
Oh, just
that
missed.
one just won't fall. Drive in and off the glass. That one's going to go for Jeff City.
That's Foles.
Just the 2nd bucket for Ben Foles, but trims the Waynesville lead. Oh, wow. David Adams in a little trouble right there, and they're going to get Waynesville for 10 right
seconds.
there.
Yep.
Waynesville not being able to get that ball across the half-court line. Credit the Jeff City defense right there.
Yep, David just couldn't quite dribble out of that, could he?
No, and Jeff City pinches over, ball inside to Jarrett. He's going to back down inside. He's going to go off the glass. Jeff City stays in the defense. David Adams now dribbles it across, and we're going to get a foul. Is that Waymeyer? Believe that's going to be his second.
Yeah, that's like they were trying to set up a trap over there on David again. It just blew right past him.
Yeah. Well, they caught David on the inbounds pass that last time. Gonna call travel. So Jeff City gets the ball down just 11. As Carson Cavalier jumps up and tips that one away. Nice little kiss off the glass. And now the Tigers pick up a little trap here.
Nice, very nice.
Coach Anderson not happy about that, going to take the timeout.
Well, that was a great play by Cavalier. Just kind of lulled the kid to sleep.
Well,
tries to lob it over and grabbed it.
And you don't see him in the spring because you don't coach track with me and
That's
Coach
true.
Rawlings. But Carson Cavalier, heck of a high jumper.
Yeah,
Turns out he puts that skill on display right there.
Works out on the hardwood too, huh?
Absolutely. He's always down there with Coach Schultz working on the high jump, among other events. But Carson, one of our multi-sport athletes here, and just absolutely can shoot the three ball here, along with most of the entire Tiger team down there.
He's having a great night. That was his 15th point.
All right, so Jeff City off the timeout. Inbounds the ball at half court. We're under 4 minutes to play here in third quarter action. Waynesville leads 44-31. Little jumper in the lane for
Jarrett again.
Jarrett gets that rebound in position right there. Nothing you can do. He's going to go to the glass. And they're going to get David. David lowered that shoulder there into contact. Can't do that. So they're going to get David. That's going to be his first. But David dipped that shoulder to take the impact right there, and they're going to call that on the offensive guy every time.
Yeah, they are.
Carson kicks it out to David. David going to be fouled inside.
That'll work.
Rocks back and gets that one-arm shot up just to get the shot off. Pretty impressive considering the foul there.
I like that game plan. Just drive to the big man, make him get off his feet. David picked up the foul on him.
So that's going to be first foul on Jarrett. It's going to put David at the line for 2. David's up. Ooh, first one just rattles out, I'm sorry. Neal just checks back in for Jeff City. David Adams up and good with the second, and we've got a substitution here for the Tigers. Looks like number 10, Zeke Rogers, and number 3, Tanner Simpson checking back into the game.
David Adams and Eric Morris going out.
Drive inside, nothing there underneath. Taken away by the Tigers. Gunnar Rees comes out with it. Pushes it quickly to the other end. Carson Cavalier off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Rogers. Gunnar Rees, boom, baby. Zeke, nice job. Sees Gunnar wide open, kicks it out to him.
As soon as Jeff City starts to close the gap, the Tigers are pulling away. It's going to be Simpson, I think.
I believe you're going to get Tanner with the block there. As tried to make a little move. Tanner moved over to try and shut it off. Going to be the first foul for Tanner. Going to be third team foul. 3 ball goes up from the corner, and that's up and good.
That's Foles. And he picked up the foul too there, Matt?
He does. Very quickly, Foles picks up the foul, and that's going to be 3 on Foles. We've got just about 2:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Tigers to the other end. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Jarrett for Jeff City. Jeff City looks to push the edge at the other end. And it's going to be a drive up and good for Jeffries. And the Tigers come roaring down to the other end. Tigers swing it.
That's foul. Waymeyer,
I believe that's going to be 3 on him.
I think it is. Eric Morris checking back in for Zeke Rogers. Or correction, Tajay Stewart.
Yeah, Morris back in. I thought Rogers was headed to the bench too. Turns out he was inbounding the ball.
Right.
Tigers working it around the outside. Carson Cavalier going to pull it out and reset the offense. Comes to Rees. Rees back across. Oh, a little soft pass right down the middle, taken away by Jeff City.
Yeah. Last 2 trips down, Tigers been a little sloppy with the ball.
Swinging it, Jarrett on the outside here. A little running floater for Jeffries won't go. Rebounded by Rees. Gunner quickly down to the other end. Gunner's going to drive, push through. Tipped away, but corralled by Cavalier. Cavalier underneath up and off the glass. What a follow! What a follow by Tanner Simpson.
That's a great hustle play, Matt. Very nice job.
Well, that's all. You talk about collapsing to the goal, following a shot, just that hustle on offense. Tanner Simpson comes flying in position that if it doesn't go and it doesn't, and Tanner right there to put it right back up. All right, sub back in for Waynesville. David Adams Jr. coming back in, and Fishy for Geest. Jeff City picks up that full court pressure again here. David Adams brings it across, and we're going to have a timeout, Waynesville. Coach Bills want to talk this one over.
He's worried about that 10 seconds again?
Well, Jeff City's picking up that press. I think Coach wants to maybe just talk about it, go over it one more time. Listen, hey, when they throw this press at us, this is how we are going to break it. David kind of gets pinned over here. He was on that far side, but David's bringing that ball up, and there's no one there to help fall back to. So I'm sure Coach Bills just wants to go over this and make sure everybody's clear on what we're doing. You're holding a 12-point lead right now, getting towards the end of the third quarter. No reason to even take a chance here. You got the timeout. Sit down, talk about it, and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
There we go.
All right, so Tigers to inbound. Tanner Simpson comes to the side to throw it in. Tanner goes back to David. Jeff City's going to draw it back out. Tigers look content to work this ball around here, take the last shot of the quarter. Adams takes it out front. Oh, brings the double, and Adams has got to move. There we go. Rees into the corner. Morris puts up the 3. No good. Pulled down by Jarrett underneath. Long shot up, and it's no good for Jeff City. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Tigers leading by 12, 50-38. 1 quarter remaining, Coach Wilson.
Yeah, well, we're up 12.
Looks like checking back into the game here to start the fourth quarter is going to be Carson Cavalier and Caleb Barnes, number 1 and number 13, respectively. Going to be coming back into the game. Coach, kind of what we saw there in the first half. Rees having a good second half. Jarrett leading the way with Jeff City with 6 points.
Yep.
Just size-wise, he's got that size advantage inside.
He does. They were working it earlier in the period. Now, Jeff City outscored us, Matt, that quarter, 15-11. So we slowed down a little bit, and they heated up. Not much, but cut the lead.
I think the Tigers with the lead maybe didn't look to take that three as much as they did early. Tigers moving the ball around, working it. See the Tigers come out this fourth quarter, bring the heat, put it on ice.
Bring the heat, there you go.
Take it to the house. All the euphemisms we can come up with. It'll be Jeff City's ball. I'm sorry, it'll be Waynesville ball.
Yeah, Tiger ball, I believe.
I'm looking the arrow the wrong way there. All right, so David Adams Jr. comes to the side to inbound the ball. David's going to go back to Carson Cavalier. Jeff City drops out. Carson brings it across. Carson looks inside. Morris going to turn and look in the lane. Gunnar Rees kicks it back out to him. Gunnar over to Adams. Waynesville working the ball around here. No rush to take a shot. Gunnar up top, looks back to Adams. Adams brings it up, hands off to Cavalier. Cavalier going to dribble down, kick it out to Rees in the corner. Rees brings it in, spin move into the lane, got to do something with it.
Yep, got to get out of that lane.
Now back out top to David Adams. David. David kicked to Gunnar Rees. Gunnar, little long right there. Caleb
nice
Barnes
rebound.
with the hustle underneath. And we're going to get a foul. I believe that's going to be the second on Jarrett.
That was just a great effort on that rebound, though, Matt.
Oh, absolutely.
Caleb fighting with that big man.
Well, and Caleb not a small guy himself, not as tall as Jarrett is, but if it comes to a physical matchup, I'll take Caleb 7 days a week and extra.
There you go. Oh, gets one of the two.
Caleb gets the second one to roll. Tigers pick up a little pressure defense on their end.
Now that possession, Matt, we ate 1 minute and 8 seconds off the clock and got a point.
We do that all the way through.
Ordered.
We're going to score about 8 points and the game going to be over.
There he is again. No shot.
Going to be foul on the floor. I think they're going to get Morris.
Yep.
Just second foul on Eric. Inbounds comes. Jeff City's going to pull it out top. Jeffries fakes the three, thinks about the three, moves it over. Back to Jeffries, looking inside to Jarrett, and now we're going to get David Adams, I believe, with the foul on Jarrett.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Looking at our Facebook feed here, it appears, not being mean-mouthed by former Waynesville coach Mickey Murray tuning in here tonight.
Oh, shout out Mick. Oh, that's Foles again.
Three ball goes way outside for Ben Foles.
Tigers going to work this clock again. Well,
Carson
Cavalier goes hard to it.
Defender retreats a little far. Carson just step back, kiss it off the glass for 2. Jeffrey's long 3 for Jeff City. Won't go.
It's on the back.
Wow.
That's got to be on the back.
How that's not over the back
Oh, my goodness.
on Jarrett, I'll never know.
He was all over David Adams like a cheap suit.
And our former TTSN Fan of the Year, Colin Long, chiming in on the Facebook feed. Chris Morgan unseating Colin Long this last year as the TTSN Fan of the Year.
Colin better step his game up.
David Adams works it around, goes to Morris. Tajay Stewart swings it back to Gunnar Rees. Tigers swinging the ball around out here in the front court. Gunnar thinks about the 3, dribbles in, kicked out to Morris, swing to David Adams.
No. Oh, a little acting job, I think. David extended that arm, but he didn't push that kid.
So that's going to be 2 on David. Brings us under 5 minutes. Waynesville still leading by 12. Tip inside to Jarrett. They're going to get Eric Morris, going to count the bucket, and Eric Morris is going to pick up his 3rd foul. Jarrett at the line, follows it up. Mark, don't look now, but we got a 9-point game.
Yeah. The Jarrett kid scares me to death.
Is it because of his height?
Yeah, he real tall, Matt. He good at scoring.
Oh, you mean basketball scares you? I thought like you were afraid he was going to come up here and get you.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't let that happen.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'd put the incomparable Tim Wallace in between all of us, and we'd be okay.
Tim take care of us.
He'd stop a freight train.
We got timeout.
And we're going to get timeout, Tigers. I think Coach Bills want to talk about this.
Yeah, I don't think he's real happy.
No. Judging by the fiery body mannerisms, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're right.
He's not too happy.
Well, it almost seemed like as we've had to, Tigers looking to slow the game down, of course, not push it down hard, take that open 3 the first time you see it, but almost as if moving the ball around's made us get a little lazy on offense, not as quite as sharp on the cuts, just kind of throwing the rhythm off a little bit. Allowed Jeff City to claw back into this game a little bit. We still got it 4:12 left here in the 4th, but just a 9-point lead. You coached basketball. I've coached basketball. You know how fast that a 9-point lead can turn into a 2-point lead.
It can evaporate. You got that right.
Coach Pills want to sit down, talk about it, make sure we're real clear on what's happening here. Yeah, I was going to say, you've got to call that foul. That's Nilges, I believe.
Are we shooting? Are we 1-1 yet?
We should be 1-1.
All right.
That's going to be 3 on Nilges.
All right. Adams shooting 1-1 here, Matt. There we go.
Puts the lead back to 10. David Adams up and good with the second one. Looks like Zeke Rogers checking into the game for the Waynesville Tigers. Tigers pick up that press. Ball swings wide to Jarrett. Into the corner, Nilges puts up the three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound goes long to Carson Cavalier. Cavalier brings it through some traffic. David Adams now moving the ball around. Over to Cavalier, back to Adams. Adams with the drive, swings it. Back up top, it comes to Cavalier. Zeke Rogers underneath. Underneath to Jarrett. And we're going to take a full timeout to Jeff City. Jarrett gets that in position right there, turn. Didn't even look like he had to jump real high when he got those arms extended to slam that one down. So it's cutting the lead back to 6.
Jarrett got 11 points this half, Matt, 20 overall.
20 for the game. Does it make him leading scorer of the entire game?
It does indeed.
And Waynesville, you got to find a way to keep the ball out of his hands or at least make it real unhappy when he gets it.
That's right. Make him earn it.
Sink down inside. Look, Coach Bills to come up with the defensive movement down here. Defensive scheme to keep that ball from getting in the inside. Keep working around here, down here on offense. Right now, you got up 9. There's no sense to run down and just chuck up the first shot you see. But I don't think Waynesville will be afraid to take a good shot if it's open either.
No, the last time down, I thought we did a great job. We ate a bunch of clock. We got Zeke open underneath, just lost the handle on it. All right, Tiger ball.
Tigers will be inbounding down here. David Adams Jr. to inbound. Looks like Gunner and Carson going to come to get the ball. Ball goes to Rees. Rees turns down quickly down the floor. And we're going to get a foul in the front court. That's going to be Jeffries.
I got him with 4.
I was going to say I had him at 4. Now, mine was in my head. Yours appears to be on paper, so yours is probably more reliable. So it's going to be the 1-and-1 8-team foul. So still going to take a couple before Jeff City puts Waynesville in the double bonus. First one's up, no good. Rebound comes out, and that's going to be Nilges picks it up.
Just under 3 minutes left.
Nilges puts up the 3 ball from the outside, no good off the front of the rim, but following it up is that Jeffries follows that in for the deuce.
Yep, snuck right in the back door.
All of a sudden, 7-point game.
There it is.
Zeke Rogers. If you're going to pursue that heavy on defense, somebody's got to be open at the other end.
That's right, and we've had that look a couple times, just couldn't capitalize on it. That time we did. It's Jeffries.
Jeffries again. And we're going to get a foul there.
That's Waymeyer.
Waymeyer, I believe I'm going to have him for 4.
That's what I got him as.
That's going to be the 9th team foul, so this is going to be a 1-and-1, and everything else from here on out is going to be 2 free throws a pop for the Tigers. Carson Cavalier at the line for Waynesville. That one's going to go off the back of the iron, but Zeke Rogers. Nice save right there. And Waynesville going to take the timeout here with 2:02 on the clock.
Zeke was pinned down in the corner there.
Now, Mark, before we get too far along here, this has just been thrill a second. So I've been binging, banging, booming.
Yeah, you have.
we need to give a shout out to our TV crew tonight.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without him.
Under the direction of the incomparable one.
Tim Wallace. That's
Tim
right.
Wallace. Illustrious, incomparable.
Illustrious.
There are so many adjectives to describe Tim Wallace. You need a bigger thesaurus.
Yeah, you do.
But bringing you the action, you and me get to come up here, roll in, watch the first couple games, but these are the people doing all the hard work.
That's
Fabiola,
right.
Vanessa, Chase, they're doing all the hard work. We get the best seat in the gym, watch a fantastic basketball game.
And run our mouths.
And run our mouth, and they do all this hard work.
Yeah, they do.
That's all right.
Fine job.
Well, they're young. They've got more energy.
That's true.
So, going to be, excuse me, Waynesville ball here coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, on our end.
Our end, Waynesville holding a 7-point lead with just 2 minutes, 2 seconds
There
on the
you go.
clock.
Go
Chuck
to.
Woolery, 2-2. I hope we have an older demographic to catch the Chuck Woolery reference.
Yeah, that's going to go right over their heads if we don't. There it is to Morris.
Morris, pull-up jumper. Inside, won't go. Wow.
What happened there?
Jarrett, no call, taking Caleb Barnes to the ground. I saw takedowns not that good at wrestling tonight.
You got that right. Nice pass by Cavalier.
Underneath, there's Eric Morris. Boom,
There we
and
go.
the bucket. That's all she wrote for Waymeyer.
That's it. That's 5. He got to go.
So that'll put Morris at the line for 1. Count the basket. Give Morris a chance to put this back to a 10-point lead. 1:40 left to play here in the game.
Waymeyer finishes with 6 points on the evening.
Morris off the front of the rim, won't go. Rebound comes to Jeff City. Quickly down to the other end. They're going to get Cavalier, I believe, with the foul.
Yeah, wasn't much of a foul, but he was
No, I
leaning in, I
didn't
guess.
think so either. So that's going to put Ben Foles at the line for the 1-and-1 as Jeff City is in the bonus as well here. 18 fouls for Waynesville, so Waynesville 9-point lead, 1:36 left to go. Up and good with the first is going to be Foles. And the second will go as well. Cuts the lead back to 7 for Waynesville. Inbounds comes to Cavalier. Tigers look to bring it across. Cavalier bounce pass to the middle, find the open man, David Adams right there. And they're going to get Foles with the foul.
He gets his 4th. All right,
So
we're shooting 2 here.
Shooting 2 from here on out. So David Adams will get the 2 free throws.
David's 3 or 4 on the night from the free throw line.
Make it 4 or 5.
There it is.
Up and good with the next one, so pushes the lead back for Waynesville. Inside, little running one-hander won't go. Caleb Barnes scrapping out of the pile right there with the ball. David Adams down to the other end. He's going to be fouled. That's going to be Jarrett.
It's Jarrett's 4th.
They're announcing 3. I thought it was 4
Yeah,
as
that's what
well.
I had.
First one won't go. Tajay Stewart checks into the game for the Tigers. Tigers holding a 9-point lead, 1:13 left to play here in the game. Make it a 10-point lead with the free throw. Jeff City working around into the lane goes Foles. That's going to be off the hand of Jarrett. Think if you're Foles and you get that deep in the lane, you got to go up and shoot. He's looking past to Jarrett right there. I think if you're Jeff City, you're Coach Anderson, you're looking for him to take that shot. As Jeff City quickly fouls, stopping the clock with 1 minute exactly. David up and good with the first. David up and good with the second, so it pushes the Waynesville lead back to 12. Less than a minute to play. Quickly down to the other end, and that's going to be Jeffries up and good with the shot. And Coach Anderson wants a quick timeout. Coach Wilson, this has been a fantastic game tonight, and fast-paced. It feels like we just started the first quarter, and somehow we're in the last minute of the game.
Yeah, it started out a barn burner, didn't it?
Absolutely. Now, before we get out of here, I want to tell you viewers, Thursday night, the girls are going to be in action here at Waynesville High School. We would love to see you get on down here to the gym, support this Lady Girls team. Absolutely fantastic. Won the Rolla tournament over Christmas break, had the MVP, 3 all-tournament players. Girls a lot like this boys team. Fast-paced, ton of scorers on the team, really play team basketball. And they are just a fantastic team. In fact, last week our girls went to Jeff City, taking down the number 6 team in the state in triple overtime last weekend. They'll be in action here. Would love to see you down here in the gym. But if you can't make it down Thursday night, tune in. I'll be back. I think Coach Rawlings will be back.
Back from assignment?
Back from assignment. If he's not, Coach Wilson, the mouth of the South, will be back with us.
There you go. That is on Nilges. David going to the line again. Oh, David's making a living at that free throw line the second half.
He is. Just the second foul for Nilges. David up and good with the first. Caleb Barnes checking back into the game for Waynesville. David up and good with the second one. Jeff City going quickly to the other end. Kicks out, 3 ball from the outside. Won't go. Rebounded underneath. Foles. He puts it up, no good. Eric Morris gets it. I think David was just waiting for the foul.
Yep, he was.
That's going to be on Ben Foles. And you know what they say.
Ben Foles 5.
That's the Ben Foles 5, and he's done.
He's gone.
You've been waiting to use that one too, hadn't you?
It's been a long time.
I'd noticed that first quarter. I thought we'd get it when he get 5 points, and then I forgot. So I figured we had to wait for the foul.
That's right. David Adams Jr., 10 of 12 from free throw. I don't know what percentage that is. That's pretty good.
Now it's 11 out of 13. I teach history.
That's right. I can't do that math.
I don't do odd number math. Like if you gave me 8 out of 10, I can do that.
There you go.
Give me a slide rule,
An
calculator,
figured everything out.
some apples.
There it is.
That's a 2.
Yeah,
Jeffries leaned across the line. Looked like he was trying to draw the foul in addition there, but comes across the line, and we're going to have a foul. Stop the clock on the other side, and I think Eric Morris is going to get to go to the line.
It's not David Adams this time?
I know. It seemed odd because he's the one that always they foul. Eric up and good with the first. Adams with a chance to push the Tiger lead to 15. Oh, off the front of the rim, no good. Jeff City quickly to the other end, up off the glass.
10 seconds.
Caleb Barnes just going to hold on to it. That's going to bring us to the end as your Waynesville Tigers win here tonight, 69-57. As we said, love to see you down here Thursday night, but if you can't make it, tune in. We'll be back live on TTSN with the girls. Hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed bringing it to you.
Matt.
For Mark Wilson, I'm Matt Johnson, and we'll see you Thursday night.